Welcome back to the studio. It's now Monday. It's also Christmas. I did some stuff earlier today, but I'm at the studio now and I gotta get some work done. So let's get started. Since we don't have a full day to work, we're just gonna do a pretty simple task, which is just cutting up a bunch of sheets of glass for our next project. When I do this, I usually have a cut sheet nearby and you can see it on the left. I use this because I want to keep track of all the different sizes that I need to cut. Keeping track of it this way too also allows me to kind of estimate how big the piece is going to be and how tall it's going to be as well. Alright, it's now Tuesday, all the glass cutting is done. Now we're going to focus on gluing the sheets of glass together. The glue I use for this type of work is called Hextol. It's a type of epoxy. You mix 3 parts of the part A and 1 part of the part B. I'm measuring out the part A to get to 15 grams, which I get on the dot. And then we have to measure out part B, which we're going to bring to 20 because we have 3 parts of part A, 1 part B. It's fine if it's not perfect, it doesn't have to be, but you want it somewhat in a close range. Then I put the glue in a vacuum chamber, which I ended up not recording. I forgot to do that. And then what we're going to do is take all the sheets of glass, making sure they're nice and clean. We'll pour the Hextol onto one sheet. We'll then sandwich the glass together, making sure that there's no air bubbles in between the glass. Alright, a little bit of time has passed and it's now Wednesday. I forgot to record an intro or an outro for Tuesday, but today we're going to focus on getting this infinity pendant framed up. Because this piece has 8 sides to it instead of our typical 4-sided shape, there's a lot more work that goes into this type of frame because we have to make all these individual little tabs that are going to hold the glass into the frame, and then we have to solder everything on, and then we clean it up with this polishing machine. Here is the final result of this one here. The frame was definitely more complex, but I really like the color in this one here. It has like a full rainbow in it. The majority of the color is that magenta right there, but you can see there's a lot of other color inside as well. I'm really happy with this one, but I think I'm gonna do more of them similar to this style here. Yeah, I like this one here. And as always, it'll be available for sale on refinedglassworks.com. So if you're interested, feel free to pick it up. It is now Friday here at the studio. Thursday I helped a friend move all day, so I didn't have any time to record. But as for today, I spent most of the earlier part of the day doing some smaller business stuff, getting caught up on that. But now that we're all done with that, we're back down in the actual studio and we're gonna do some smaller projects since we don't have any time today to commit to anything big. Which means the first thing we're gonna be working on is getting this piece here cold worked. I've gotta get rid of this nub here on the bottom and I gotta smoothen up the tip a little bit and kind of point it up. It's a little square right there. And then once this is done, we'll see if we have any time to do any other projects. This here is the finished product. Got all the pictures taken. Everything is good to go. So now we're gonna pack this thing up and add it to the inventory. It is now that part of the video where we gotta wrap up the vlog. But before we end the video, I wanna quickly say that I'm gonna try to extend these videos to about 10 minutes long or more. So expect longer videos in the future, but until then, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for your time.